Welcome to day 3 of our 25 beers of Christmas. Tiffany Kellogg here from Brewing Up Business, joined by
Rob. What's going on, people?
All right, so we are here today to try another beer. What are we drinking this evening?
We are drinking the beer from the depths of the Arctic with a made in midnight cocoa from a baker's, and also the roasted coffee. I read the label earlier.
Oh, and it's inspired by the mysterious creature from that deep Arctic, which is what?
The narwhal. The unicorn of the sea is what I like to call it. But we are drinking narwhal from Sierra Nevada today.
Oh, we've been to Sierra Nevada before.
We have been to Sierra Nevada, the one in Asheville, North Carolina. They also have their their first brewery, which is in Chino, California.
Though my understanding is it's easier to get the water in North Carolina. It's even better water, and plus it's easier to distribute since they're so huge now.
Well, they can distribute them along the East Coast a whole lot easier versus the time and.
That's kind of what I was just saying.
Yes. And Kev, you saying that? No, just joking.
So tell us about this beer that we're drinking, other than like what you read off the back of the bottle.
That's about it. It's good. It's not like overly roasted coffee for those people who don't really enjoy the full, like a real robust coffee. This one's more, I would say, if I had to rate it along like coffee brands. So let's see. It's not your Starbucks, which has that little bit of bitterness. This one's more of your Maxwell House, not Folgers, because Folgers is a little too light, but your Maxwell House gives you a little bit of roast on it.
Anyway,
I drink a lot of coffee, if you can tell.
Yes. And for me, because I'm tired of hearing about coffee. To me, this beer, when I first tasted it, had it in my mouth, it wasn't very coffee-y. However, after I swallowed it, the aftertaste and what it left in my mouth definitely was kind of coffee. So, being that I'm not a huge coffee fan, probably not my favorite.
Or you just continue to drink it continuously without taking your breath. And then you won't taste
just drink it all
until you get to the very end. And then by that time, you'll be like, I don't care because I believe it's almost 10%.
So, with this beer, I know that not all beers you want to serve almost ice cold. What temperature-ish would you recommend serving this beer at? Because I know for some of the stouts, because like Wake and Bake, we didn't talk about this on the podcast, and I wanted us to. Because you typically, with this Imperial Stout Narwhal and the Wake and Bake, you don't want to drink it at your temperature that your fridge usually is. Why and what temperature?
You do not want it Bud Light cold.
Ugh.
I'll tell you that now. Just let it warm up a little bit because it'll open up all the aromas and the flavors in the beer.
5 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees?
Like 5 to 10 degrees.
Like leave it out for 30 minutes and it'll be good?
No, don't leave it out that long.
How long should we leave it out?
Give it like 5 or 10 minutes and,
okay.
And it'll warm up enough. But you really want to smell.
Ooh, look at that beer. How do you get the coffee when it comes back up?
No. But you want to get the aroma and the smell of it and grab all the flavors from the beer. So that's why they always tell you to smell your beer first. And if you can smell it, then you can taste it.
So that's our Narwhal from Sierra Nevada. And if you're listening to us, do know that you can also go online and watch Rob do his thing. We have these videos up as well, though we do appreciate you listening to us on the podcast, however you're getting it. And can we do an IPA tomorrow? Because we've had a couple stouts already.
Well, it's winter. You don't...
Just because it's winter doesn't mean that I can't have an IPA.
You can have an IPA, but...
Okay, good. You guys heard it. We're going to have an IPA tomorrow.
But during the winter months, you tend to go more darker during the season because...
Well, if you like darker beers.
Well, no, you tend to go darker anyway. You go to your dark ambers. It's like the one the other day, the winter bronze.
That was yesterday.
Well, yesterday. The other day, yesterday, it's all the same. It's another day. But either way, everybody tends to lean more towards a darker beer for their holiday beers.
That's not everybody, because if people don't like the darker beers, they're not going to drink the darker beers.
Most people who are making beer, the people who are making the beer do darker styles
Though
during
in
this
case
time.
people don't like darker styles.
Because
tomorrow we're not going to do a darker style.
Because, will you let me finish?
No.
Because when do you drink a lot of dark beer during the summer? No,
I don't drink a lot of dark beer, period.
Well, most people don't because they're heavier and they sit. They sit on you in the heat, blazing sun, which we have all the time in Florida.
Well, I'm going to say in Florida, we get blazing sun all the time, so we should never have stouts down here.
Today it was cold. It was 45 degrees all day.
Well, it was 45 degrees when we recorded this 5 days ago. So if y'all are like, are they talking about? We actually recorded it in the cold day of November. Perfect day for stout.
It was too cold.
All right, I think we need to kind of wrap this up.
Yeah, so to all you at home, how we always end. Cheers.